It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we're in for a show.
Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
This just feels like a season so far off the rails, I can't even see the tracks anymore, Kate. Now the outlook is really 1 week at a time, trying to find that first win. Just got to get gritty and tough. And he's got to be the one who really sparks it for him.
Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Across midfield to the 45. He does it! Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Play action with Richardson. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the gun, Taylor. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down, here's an option to the right. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. Finds a seam down the middle. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. He goes out of bounds on the return. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On first down, it's Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down carry for Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Warrior 70.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back, it's the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They kick the running back in motion. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
McCarthy throwing on third down. He puts some air under this one. Deep run. Big gain downfield. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
They go again with Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
A tight end in motion now. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
Ready up.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
7-5, 7, set. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He lets one fly deep downfield. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. On target to his man Taylor. So that connection for a first will bring us... Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points.
Set.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10, and he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Buying some time right. Throw complete to Sinnott.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Richardson trying to get everybody to the line. They're going Taylor. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts making a one-score game in the 1st half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts from the goal line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Vikings and Xavier Lee gets with the football once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
On 1st down, they'll run. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Roll.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Kalen Carson with the tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And 4th and 4 coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And his touchdown, another one for him this season, as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. Escapes a defender. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down throw here from Richardson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Go.
Taylor now up the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. To throw, Richardson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another.
And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Now Richardson to throw. Into the hands of Likely. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
A gain of 4 brings us 4th down and 1.
Cougar 19. Unlock Ryan. Unlock Ryan. Bring it.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that 1st down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go, set.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. They're going to turn to Taylor on third down. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got Harris. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This finds Likely. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. All set up now for first and 10. And he's got a free play here. The throw is caught. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, Likely against the defense.
Offside, defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Offense to the line for second down. They'll throw again, Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a one-score game before halftime. Nevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Here's Taylor. This is ahead for about 5. Dax Hill up for the stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Taylor again. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Richardson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Colts ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Trying again following the sack. This is reeled in by Leggett. He's still going at the 30. Keeps himself upright. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Reload. Check go.
A run here with Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On target to Downs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And a man is there to knock that away.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Taken in by Likely. And he'll get it up to the 44. Trying to work quickly now.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. This one finds Taylor. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. New set of downs for him at the 38.
and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This is Taylor. Jukes one defender, and they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Touchdown, Indianapolis! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
2nd and 10, McCarthy has a man, Justin Jefferson. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Vikings ball working to carry this lead. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Smith able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here.
Okay, ready?
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Throwing now, Richardson. Got Sinnott, it's complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, Taylor. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Richardson trying to get everybody to the line. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This throw is caught. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now a run with Taylor. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They send a man in motion. Another shot for Taylor. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Richardson.